The night she stumbled home drunk was the night my whole life fell apart. But what I did afterward was something no one expected. It was nearly midnight when I heard the front door slam. I sat in the dark living room, the TV muted, simply waiting. Something had felt wrong all evening. My wife, Sarah, had never stayed out this late, not once during our 25 years of marriage. Her heels scraped and stumbled across the floor as she entered, Zero laughing quietly to herself. That alone felt Zero strange. Sarah never drank, much less came 3M home drunk. I slowly stood, my heart already pounding. "Sarah!" I called. She stopped for a moment, then faced me, her eyes cloudy and her makeup slightly smeared. "Oh, you're still awake," she mumbled, trying to act normal but failing badly. "Where were you?" I asked, keeping my voice steady. "Out with friends," she answered quickly, far too quickly. Then I caught the smell, not only alcohol, but a man's cologne, and it wasn't mine. Something inside me broke, but I showed nothing, not yet. "Which friends?" I asked again. She rolled her eyes and attempted to pass me. "Why are you questioning me? I'm exhausted." As she moved by, her phone slipped from her hand and landed on the floor. The screen came alive. That's when I saw the message. "Tonight was incredible. I can't wait to see you again." My entire world froze. My fingers went cold as I picked up her phone. My chest felt squeezed from the inside. 25 years, all that loyalty, trust, and a life built together. And this was how it ended? "Who is he?" I asked softly. She went still. Slowly, she turned toward me. The drunken confidence vanished from her expression. Now she looked frightened. I can explain," she whispered. But I didn't need an explanation. I needed the truth. During the next 20 minutes, I finally got it. His name was Daniel. She had met him at work. It began innocently, she claimed. First conversations, then lunches, then late nights, and eventually everything else. "How long?" I asked, barely able to raise my voice. She lowered her eyes. 2 years. 2 years. I felt as if I couldn't breathe. While I worked overtime to provide for our family, she had been living a secret life, smiling at me every day as though nothing had happened. I could have screamed, I could have thrown something, but instead, I became completely silent. That silence frightened her more than anger ever could. The following morning, she woke expecting a confrontation, but I made breakfast. I kissed her forehead and said, "It's okay. We'll figure this out." She looked relieved, almost pleased. That was when I decided I wouldn't respond with emotion. I would make a plan. For the next few weeks, I became the perfect husband, calm, caring, and attentive. I stopped questioning her. I stopped arguing. Soon, she became comfortable again, far too comfortable. Meanwhile, I quietly gathered everything: screenshots of messages, call records, photographs, even recordings of her late night conversations. I hired a lawyer, moved my assets, prepared every detail, and then waited. Our 25th anniversary arrived. She organized a large dinner and invited family, friends, and even some coworkers, including him. Yes, Daniel sat across the table, pretending he barely knew me, as if he hadn't been involved with my wife for 2 years. I smiled all evening. Then I gave a speech. 25 years ago, I married the love of my life, I began, lifting my glass. I trusted her with everything I had: my heart, my loyalty, my future. Everyone smiled. Sarah looked deeply moved. "But sometimes," I continued, my voice changing slightly, "the person you trust most is the person who can betray you the deepest." The room fell silent. Sarah's smile disappeared. I took out a small remote and pressed a button. The TV behind me came on, and one by one, the messages appeared, along with photos, call recordings, everything. Shocked gasps filled the room. Her face went pale. Daniel looked like he wanted to vanish. "This," I said calmly, "is the woman I've been married to for 25 years. Tears began running down her face. "Please stop," but I didn't. 2 years of lies, I continued. 2 years of betrayal. Then I set a folder on the table before her. "Divorce papers," I said. Silence. "I've already signed them. And because of all the evidence, you get nothing." Her hand shook as she opened the folder. This "This can't be happening," she whispered. But it was. I looked at Daniel, who couldn't even look into my eyes. "You can have her," I said, "because I'm finished." Then I walked away. 25 years had ended in a single night, yet for the first time in years I finally felt free, and somehow walking away felt easier than staying.